When you are going to be canceling and it's the buyer that is canceling the contract, these are the different options that are provided within the contract for them to cancel. And I want to go through and keep this somewhat short just because I am going to send it out as a video and I hope people will watch it. But the first one here is this notice of cancellation of the Rep C prior to the due diligence deadline. So obviously, if you are canceling because of due diligence or even just prior to the due diligence deadline, you want to use this box and check the box right here of notice of cancellation prior to the due diligence deadline. And I actually had even a phone call last night of somebody asking me a question about, hey, how much information should I give as to why we are canceling based on due diligence? And I would say, really, the less information that you give is better because Section 8.1 of the contract gives the buyer to cancel for any reason or no reason at all. So just letting them know, hey, we're canceling because of Section 8.1 and my clients have just decided the property is not going to work for them. Okay. The next one is the notice of cancellation of the real estate purchase contract or the REPC after the due diligence deadline, but prior to the financing and appraisal deadline. So on this one is you're going to check this box if you're canceling either based on appraisal or finance, as long as you are prior to the financing and appraisal deadline. So you'll notice down here it says if canceling according to section 8.2, which would be the appraisal, the earnest money deposit shall be returned to the buyer and the notice of appraised value is attached. So again, reminder that you need to attach the notice of appraised value when you send this over, okay? So you're going to check that box. Now, where we have seemed to start having issue with this recently is that people are canceling based on finance. So section 8.3, and they notice that it has here that you're canceling for that. And it says if canceling under section 8.3, but then it has BI, then is one reason you're canceling. Then you'll notice down here, though, that there's this notice of cancellation from the REPC, and then there's a financing condition, REPC 8.3 BII, which is after the financing and appraisal deadline. So what we have seen happen quite a bit the last few weeks is where people are canceling based on financing and or even the appraisal was one of them, that they're checking this box and they're checking this box down here under financing condition. And my belief is that the reason that's happening is, hey, we're going to be canceling based on financing. And rather than stopping and reading through the form, what is happening is the agent is going, oh, okay, it's on financing, so we need to check this one. But oh, we've got financing condition here, so we'll check that one as well. Now, so where the confusion to this comes into play is, so are you canceling under 8.3 BI or are you canceling because of 8.3 BII? So 8.3 B1 or 8.3 B2, I guess is another way you could say it, is which cancellation is it? Now, somebody could, I guess, make an argument, well, as long as it's before the deadline, then we're canceling based on this. And if it's after the deadline, we're canceling based on that. But here's the issue is it creates ambiguity. And so we had one of them recently that the agent on the other side and their broker as well was saying, great, send us over the earnest money because you checked the box financing condition after the financing and appraisal deadline. Therefore, go ahead and send us over the earnest money. But in that particular one, we were actually canceling on the appraisal, not financing at all. But our agent had checked both boxes of section 2 here and the financing condition down here. So what I want to make sure everybody understands is when that happens, so if you end up checking both of those boxes and then you submit that to the company as, hey, I've canceled the contract, as soon as Jason or I see that, and what we have instructed Brianna is that if that happens, what we need is we need then a resolution of due diligence because it's creating an ambiguity of, so what were you canceling based upon? Was it based on financing after or was it based on financing before? You got two different boxes checked. Therefore, to make sure that we don't have a problem with it, we are going to require the resolution of due diligence be signed. So anyway, just wanted to make sure that everybody is clear on that. Um, I do want to answer any questions if you have them, and or talk about some other additional